I think you have to say red circle. Do I have that right?
Red circle.
And we're black, Tyler.
We're back.
Excuse, what did I say?
We're back. Just back.
My email is now holding me hostage.
How so?
Gmail has told me you have run out of space. You might not be able to send or receive emails anymore.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Pay us.
The fuck is that, Tyler?
Well, you got to pay them.
It's the same thing as what Apple's doing with your photos and your videos.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, give me $2.99 a month and I'll put it on there. Oh, you ran out. They're now holding my memories hostage.
Yep.
Suck my dick, Steve Trabajo.
And if you don't pay in the next month, they're going to kidnap your child.
Well,
problem solved.
Win-win, I guess. All right, Tyler. What other thingy do you got for me? And then I'm going to give you my thingy. I can't believe we've talked about poop twice on this show. That's terrible. You shit on somebody's head?
You can't believe that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what? You know whose fault this is? It's the poop emoji. He's made us too familiar with it. We're too close with our vices. He's got that big old smiling choppers, and he looks like I could be buddies with that guy.
I'm just going to go ahead and get into my
shit on somebody's head.
Yeah, he did shit in somebody's head.
That's a crazy sentence.
That is crazy. And what do you do in that situation as the poopy? You know,
not the pooper, but the poopy.
The poopy.
Hey, we have reached all new lows.
Well,
here.
I'm just curious. What's the order of operations?
You stand up and you go, "Did you just shit on my head? Did you just shit on my fucking head?" And hey, do you know that story of the guy? I said we're hanging out in the bottom of the porta potty. Do you know the story of the guy who got caught in the bottom of the porta potty?
I heard something about that.
Next week's show, we can review.
How do you not die from all the methane down there? There's not even any oxygen to breathe.
It's just like training for a marathon. You got to go little by little. You got to keep putting yourself in that environment.
I was just picturing him with a snorkel, and just the little top was poking out.
You guys are fucked up. You people are weird.
What do you mean, you people?
The shit people.
Ryan.
I think people should be allowed to enjoy shit in their personal lives if the other person's into it.
Agreed. You don't just drop it in on a threesome. It's ridiculous.
Is that cool? Is that fine?
I thought we were having fun.
Yeah, it's not putting a pinky in somebody's butt. It's another level.
As I always say, listen to that baby purr.
Oh, man. We've spun out of control.
Yeah, we're having fun, though.
We're having fun.
This is another AI watch, Ryan.
Okay, and what this is you're keeping us up to date with what's going on the cutting edge of our demise.
That is correct. Sure. So there has been another story that has come out, and it is terrifying. So Taylor Swift, I'm sure you know of her. Have you heard of her?
The most famous person in the world?
Probably, yeah.
Or Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. What?
Kim Il-jong? I don't know. Whatever, man.
According to him, maybe.
Yeah.
So on Twitter, recently, these last couple of weeks, there has been an outpouring, a forest fire of nude photos of Taylor Swift.
What?
Yeah. However, they are all AI generated.
Oh, that ruins it.
Yeah,
I'm sending the wrong message.
What the hell, man?
But you know, like the fappening, and everybody out there, it's wrong. It's morally wrong, but also there's part of you that's like, we've talked about this. It's morally bankrupt.
And that's why we have this enlarged frontal lobe, because we can look at those emotions and be like, no, I shouldn't give into that because it's wrong.
Well, you got to be like, I got to make sure this is still wrong. Oh, yeah. There's Jennifer Lawrence's insides. I shouldn't be doing this.
Seriously?
Did you look at them?
Seriously?
Did you look at them?
What, the Taylor Swift ones?
The Jennifer Lawrence ones.
I already admitted to it, and I said that
you're a sick man.
I even feel shame about it.
Okay.
Her inside, seriously?
I don't think that there was one of those. That was Hope Solo. Anyway, come on.
What is your problem? I'm not sure, man. Editing Ryan's going to hate you. So anyway.
I've been having a tough time recently.
This is a serious conversation.
It is.
And we've already done Depression Index. Everybody knows you're flying high.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, sure.
So what are the moral conundrums of AI branded pornography?
Well, the problem is that if it's just AI generated nude photos or pornography of people who don't exist, that's clearly not an issue whatsoever. But when this stuff, and it has become so advanced and so realistic that it looks like the actual person.
I kind of want to look this up.
Is that
morally bankrupt as well?
It's kind of morally fucked up, yeah.
Why?
Because this is against her will. This is against her wishes. This is against her wants of any kind.
right.
And as people have spoken, and as you can imagine,
But it's not her. And I'm hitting the ball back from my side. It's not her.
but it's still a representation of her.
Okay, I'm just running this through my mind.
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting to see how you're going to respond.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. I want to hear more about the story before I make a decision.
And as you can imagine, she's bothered by this. It's a truly terrible thing for her. People who have been afflicted by this,
that's the part that I'm having trouble putting together. How is it? And I'm not saying she's wrong. What is it about this that she doesn't like?
Because it's her face doing things that she's never done. And apparently there's some really gory ones out there.
Okay.
There's some really terrible ones out there.
I'm wondering how I would feel about this.
And there's
I respect her feelings on her own face and body as it is.
As people who have been through this, and it's more rampant than you can imagine.
Like the deep fake stuff.
That's exactly what it is. And now, and just like any technology, much like if you had a photo of you and your friend on the beach, and you just happened to there was somebody in the background that you didn't want there. Back in the day, if you wanted to remove that guy from the photo,
kill that guy.
I don't think that works in the photo. But if you wanted to remove him from the photo, you better know how to work a computer program in order to do that. You better know how to use
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
A lot of decimal points.
Back in the day, it was really complex. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to remove that same guy from the photo,
you tell Siri.
You just tap him on your iPhone.
That shit's crazy.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
So the more available this technology becomes, the obviously easier it is for people with nefarious intentions to get their hands on. And so now we are going to see more and more.
Yeah, it's just easier and easier to use.
Of course. Yeah. And now you don't need to be tech savvy to make it work. You just have to push a couple buttons.
You got to know, the AI to talk to.
Exactly. And a very big problem across the world is high school students, children, females are under attack by this. From Spain to New Jersey, their classmates are putting these female children's photos, their faces, into AI programs and generating nude photos and pornographic content and then distributing it amongst their fellow classmates.
That's a real can of worms.
That's a real problem.
When I was in high school, and this is at the turn of when computer pornography was coming to the masses, which makes me sound old as fuck because
I was there for it.
I am.
I get it.
This happened in my school where I guess some kid, I remember the kid specifically by name, found a picture of an adult actress online that looked close enough to like her where he printed it up and brought it into school, and it was a very big deal.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It was terrible.
That's terrible. And imagine this thing that you've never done, you've never taken part in, this is not you, and now you are being treated as if it were.
Well, let me ask you, if I were to do that to you, if I were to put your image into AI and make a bunch of gory and pornographic things, would it bother you?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Would it? See, and maybe this is where my disconnect is. I would be like, that's not me. I don't give a fuck.
But what happens when the entire world starts thinking that it is you?
But doesn't the entire world know that it's not her?
But a lot of people don't care. They don't care.
I kind of want to see it.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I am going to stand, at least as well as you guys know, I'm going to stand on my moral high ground because it's the right thing to do. But I mean,
I can't tell you how to feel or what to do.
If somebody showed me a picture of me naked doing something crazy that I've never done, I don't think it would. I think I'd like laugh at it, but I could be wrong.
Okay, yeah. And as I said, it's brought a lot of a focus on this subject because anytime you get a celebrity involved, especially her, it's now legislation is starting to be brought forth. We are so far behind. Like we don't.
It's like revenge porn. Like at some point,
that's exactly what
the government's got to step in, and that's terrible.
That's exactly what it is. And now the fact that it's happening,
but I like the amateur porn. It's all gone.
Hold that thought before I finish.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Well, and I understand why.
And it's happening, and it's, as I said, it's happening to our school children, and that is fucked up. That'll follow you for the rest of your life,
for sure. And just like we said, the guy who's showing the boobs to everybody, Vince McMahon over there, shithead.
You're ruining it for the rest of us.
You're ruining it for the rest of us, and that's terrible. Yeah. Like I guess what I'm saying is not fair. Where I'm like, oh, on this grand scheme of things, not that bad. But if I know somebody specifically who did it, this is the wrong thing to do. Maybe I'm the one who's wrong here.
Without a doubt. So be ready, ladies and gentlemen, because there is a naked photo of you coming to a neighborhood near you.
That's how you know it's real.
Pavlovian trained me.
All right, Tyler, it's happening. It is go time. You've made it this far. Get inside.
Ryan's Vault of Sound.
This is great, bro. There's a confluence of things coming together. Listen to this. Tyler, you can't see porn on YouTube. Did you know that?
Yeah, I mean
Believe me, I've tried.
There is porn on YouTube, but it's people trying to like sneak it past the filters, and then the algorithm like gets it
For a certain period of time?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, here is my question to you on Ryan's Vault of Sound. Now, there's actually video accompanying this, but my question to you is, what is porn? What is porn?
Anything that's sexual in nature, I would assume.
Right, but who gets to decide that? Where on the sliding scale does it become porn? You know what I mean? I'm getting off.
Well, I think porn can be anything.
I should have finished that sentence.
Sure. Yeah. I think porn is anything that elicits a sexual response from the person viewing it. Like technically,
Interesting.
Technically, anything can be porn if the person looking at it is aroused by it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen, we're going to try to do this through airdrop, so please forgive the clunky nature of it. Have you ever seen, should I send it to your MacBook or to your phone?
MacBook.
Have you ever seen, waiting. See, technology's not that bad.
There you go.
Have you ever seen that guy?
I have not. No. Kevin Leonardo.
He's got to be Italian.
Who also looks Asian. So that's really
Sure.
throwing me for a loop.
What do you, not a bad looking guy, right?
Yeah, he's a handsome enough guy. Sure.
Okay.
Very angular face, you know.
Okay, now he has
Dainty jaw.
put out a series of videos that are, I would say some people would consider them risque.
Okay.
He is explaining things to people. You are allowed to show, like National Geographic, the way they got away with showing all those sweet, how would you call titties?
Titties.
Okay, sweet titties, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's under the guise, not the guise, but under the idea of we're teaching you something.
And it's true. It's true. Just because we wear clothes here, if over in Africa, let's say, there are tribes where the women don't wear tops, that's natural to them. It's not meant to be sexual or pornographic. It's just a fact.
Okay, perfect. Now, if I send you this video,
Oh boy, you're getting so excited about
Are we going to
this.
be able to hear it?
I assume so.
All right, so I'm sending you the first video. Now, this is him teaching you something, okay? And maybe it's something that everybody needs to know. I don't know. I never taught my son this, but I really hope we can hear this. Otherwise, we're going to be in serious trouble.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I wax my ass with a razor. I don't mind my hairy ass, but like sometimes the guys that I see do, and so I have to shave.
Okay. All right. So I understand the point that you're making. However, is there something wrong with somebody teaching this out there? Because
What point am I making?
No. Well, excuse me. I should just say the way you're going to be escalating this. I don't know where you're going, but you were so excited to get in the segment, and that little creepy ass smile you got on your face right now. No, it's not.
It's just my face.
No, it's not.
Tyler, if I could change it, I would.
I got to tell you, he's handsome.
He's cute,
especially
right?
talking about him shaving his ass. That is a gentleman thing to do.
I told you it was porn. I told you.
I'm not aroused. I'm just saying that's very nice of him.
I'm not aroused either. I don't know why you brought that up.
I'm not aroused. You're aroused.
So my question is, do you think that there would be people out there that would argue like, hey, this should not be allowed on the internet or on YouTube?
Yes, I think there are definitely people out there that would argue
And they're
that.
gay as hell.
They are so gay.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's not drag this out, Tyler.
Okay.
Let's get into the next one.
I'm going to give you guys a warning in this video, just in case like my friends or family are watching this video. I'm going to be showing my bare ass in a bit, just because it's like, I want to really get into the hole and showing you like the hairs and how to like specifically do the process for like health and safety reasons.
Obvious. Like goes without it. You got to get in the hole for health and safety.
Okay, first of all,
you did health and safety again. Put him in the hole.
First of all, do you have a link to this video? Because there's some things I'm sure I can learn. I'm sure I can learn them.
Our dad left when Tyler was very young. He's got some holes in his adult man game, and that
I'm trying to fill them.
Kevin Leonardo or whatever could teach you. Okay, so again, are we still in the research realm of YouTube? Is this still an educational video?
I think so. There is a channel.
This guy's not tricking us.
There is a channel. Well, it could be. I don't know. But there's a channel on YouTube which is basically a dad teaching you how to do things. Learn how to tie a tie. Learn how to change the oil in your car.
That gets me.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Why can't there be channels out there? And I mean this sincerely. Why can't there be channels out there to teach people how to do the less romantic things in life, like shaving your asshole?
And there are.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Why not?
I'm not saying that there shouldn't be. I have not taken a side on this, much like the Taylor Swift thing. I am merely asking the question, if someone were to, I think there are a lot of people out there who would see this and they would be like, this is ridiculous. This is bullshit. This guy has figured out a way to put porn on YouTube.
Are you about to show me some guy's butthole?
Tyler, just go. Ryan's Vault of Sound is all about going with the flow, my friend.
Okay.
All about going with the flow.
I'm trying to prep myself for butthole mania right now. Just trying to.
Now, what does that look like when you prep yourself for butthole? Like, what do you do? Is there a mantra?
You just get yourself into a
tighten up or you let loose
into a mindset. You try to let loose. You don't want to go into
Here, sit on this hammock.
Yeah. All right.
So usually when I shave my ass, I do this like in the bathroom, but today I didn't want to record in the bathroom because it's like hot and stuff and my parents are outside. So I'm just going to do this in my lovely room. Hopefully it doesn't make that much of a mess.
Okay. All right.
I'm just setting up a little context.
I got to tell you, it really threw me off when he mentioned that his parents were in the house. This is usually a video you shoot when you're home alone. You don't do it with other people in the house, much less your parents.
Yeah, I just wanted you to know who we were dealing
That's
with.
wild.
Okay, so still educational?
Still educational.
I'm just checking on you.
And he's giving so many warnings. There are so many warnings.
He's like, if you're my parents in the other room, maybe watch a different video. You know what I mean?
Turn that live stream off.
That's exactly right. Don't say live stream. All right. And it all cultivates in this last video here, Tyler. Tell them what the situation is. And then I'm going to get your final verdict.
Oh, okay. In the thumbnail, it's his ass. Like, it's just his ass. Okay. I'm sorry. Is he about to spread his butt in front of me?
So basically, imagine me doing this, but in the bathroom. Okay. So as you can see, this is my ass, and it's
He's spreading his butthole. Oh, we can't show this on YouTube. That's a butthole. And his penis.
There's a lot of balls in that.
He shared a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You're getting his whole foundation.
Yeah.
So, wow. So, I'm sorry. Again, I will ask you, educational?
I would say educational.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's like going to a doctor. Like if you go to a doctor, these are parts on our body that we all have. Like
here's my very hairy asshole.
No, I shaved it just for you.
How'd you do that? Now I will ask, just to wrap this up, Tyler, you made that very fun. I appreciate you. Would you, now that you have deemed this educational, would you please go on your phone right there? I'll fill. I'm a professional. Go to Kevin Leonardo on your YouTube app.
I'll just type it into my computer.
Okay, and I just want you, now this guy who's educational, who's spreading his ass for science, I just want you to read a couple of his other educational videos because he's obviously, he's an innovator. Mm-hmm. He is, some would argue, he's figured out a way to get his dirty porn onto YouTube. Mm-hmm. Just tell me some of what you got.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
What you got?
So the first
tell us other educational vestiges in his university.
I mean, I could understand. Well, one of these is kind of weird. So the first video,
just one.
The first video that I see is what bottoms need to do after getting bred by tops.
BERAD?
Just BERED.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just eat it if there's an A in there.
It's I'm sure some guys do. It's basically
2 guys, 1 loaf.
Basically, what do you do after a guy comes in your butt is what he's talking about.
I just off the top, if he's so smart, he doesn't really understand how breeding works, but that's fine. No big deal.
The second video says busting giant loads with my cat in bed. The other one, which is good, how to anal douche. Which I think is it's.
I think that's the closest thing to education.
Sure,
because I've definitely been doing it wrong.
Let's see. my childhood masturbation addiction. I think that could be a very informative about like how do I get out of masturbation addiction, which a lot of people have.
Totally fair.
A lot of people
I may
have.
fall in there.
Yeah.
I do it sometimes when I don't want to.
How to wax pubes. It's like learning how to shave when you're a young man. You know, you got to learn how to shave. Well, or a young lady.
He said wax with his razor. Is that waxing? I think you're just shaving your butthole at that point.
No, he's showing actual wax.
Okay.
How to anal douche using a water bottle. Maybe you're out in the woods and you need to figure something out quickly.
Yeah.
You know, you run into a sexy bear.
Okay.
You know, and you
sure.
You got to get ready for him.
I don't know if that's a gay terminology or whatever. But so now that you've seen all that, I'm going to ask you for the final time go ahead. You found a good one.
My last one is addressing my small penis. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a picture of Jesus for some reason.
Sure.
Yeah, but white Jesus. Like the very pale-skinned Jesus.
Which I believe is known for being well hung.
Yeah.
I believe Jesus had a hog.
Yeah.
Or at least I want to think of him that way. So my question to you is that educational?
I would say yes.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because he's not performing any
What
sexual...
about the cat thing?
He's not... That one's weird.
What are you teaching the children?
That one's weird.
Sure.
But just the same way that you have to learn how to brush your teeth, the same way you have to learn how to go to the bathroom properly, the same way you have to learn how to shave your face, why can't there be lessons about people teaching you how to shave your butt?
There can and there are, and I think we should say as a public service, everybody out there, man, woman, anywhere in between, shave your butt. Shave your butt.
Without a doubt.
I think so.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. You don't want to have the South Florida mullet where it's, short in the front and long in the back.
Without a doubt.
Nobody wants that.
Without a doubt.
But what I will say is, I think that I would argue, while saying that it's perfectly fine, I think that this is totally okay. I would argue this guy likes showing his butthole on YouTube and figured out a way to do it.
There is nothing wrong with loving what you do.
Yeah, I think that he gets some sort of a sexual...
Well, that's an assumption. You don't know.
It is an assumption. This is
know.
my opinion, and I also support him. I think he should be allowed to do it.
Sure.
But I also think that this guy skirted the system. He wants to spread the cheeks for the clicks.
It's without a doubt.
Okay.
But in all fairness, in that video that you showed me, he did not have an erection. He spread his butt.
You don't know. All you saw was the base of his balls.
You see penis.
You see penis?
You see penis.
That one where he talks about having a small penis, it actually is kind of empowering.
Yeah.
He if you heard him talk, it's actually not, bringing some, what is that thing, normalcy to people with small penises.
How many videos of his did you watch?
Listen, if I'm known for anything on this show, it's research, right? That's kind of my thing. And I probably shouldn't say this, but I saw these videos with my son.
I fully agree with you. You shouldn't have said that.
He's the one who showed them to me. They're educational for you, right?
Sure.
Oh, now you're judging me when you were saying that it was totally fine.
Oh no, I'm judging that gaylord. He just showed his dad. That's fucking weird.
I think he was into it. All right, that's. Do we have enough time? I have a douche of the week, but what do you think on time right now? Or do you have anything else?
No, I'm done. I'm all finished.
Do you think that we should get a? You think we should get a douche of the weekend real quick?
We can do a douche of the week.
All right, let's do douche of the week.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete all these videos from my computer because I've never had porn on my computer before and I don't want it now.
Are you? And you have to be honest. Are you going to go back and find this guy on YouTube?
No.
Okay.
No, I have no
all right.
interest
Well,
in
that makes one of us.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. Please tell everybody. I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Please tell them, Tyler.
Yeah. He just loves dudes' buttholes.
Yeah. Well, educationally.
Yeah.
Tyler. That's a smart ass. Tyler, tell the people what douche of the week is. It's pretty self-explanatory.
It's self-explanatory, you
idiots.
douches. It's basically a segment where we all about love and peace and just accepting people for who they are. But every once in a while, somebody or something acts in such a way where we just got to call them a douche.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Man, maybe I should have put Vince McMahon in this one. Oh, well, he got my oof.
Somebody supports him.
Yep.
All right, Tyler. Well, go. You could do. I'll do mine, and then just you say Vince McMahon.
Sure. I was gonna say I had no idea. I had no idea we were doing this. So Ryan, for my douche of the week,
your anal douche of the week.
My anal douche of the week.
That really works here. Yep.
My douche of the week this week is Vince McMahon.
Why? What do you do?
Because yes, human trafficking is wrong, and yes, sexually assaulting and emotionally assaulting an underage girl
Not cool.
is wrong.
Yep.
But you do not shit on somebody's head when they don't ask for it.
We need to have a meeting first.
That is terrible.
Listen, new rules. If anybody shits on anybody's head, we got to talk about it before. You don't surprise somebody with a poop yarmulke.
And let me bring my shower cap in first,
Please. Absolutely. Tyler spends a lot of money on conditioner and you're ruining it. Vince McMahon, you're an asshole.
And now my hair has hepatitis.
Hepatitis. All right, Tyler. On last week's show, you'll remember street producer Lenny called out our cocktail party knowledge, as he always does whenever he hears us. You know, our particular knowledge, it's where we know just one little fractal about something. We hear a keyword, we spit it out. If anybody asks any follow-ups, we are fucked, okay? And he's always there to, I mean, we might as well commit to it, shit on us whenever we do that, okay?
Yep.
So I'm going to say this week, my douche of the week is actual smart people. I'm fucking over it, bro. Like, you think with your actual know-how and knowledge that you're better and that you're smarter than me, and you are.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I know.
He's got one of those brains where he does have a lot of know-how.
And nobody wants to hear about it.
Until we need his help.
Go try. Oh, well, I mean.
Then you can talk about it all you want.
We'll catch 22. Go chart up some schematics. Go do whatever smart people do. Go do it.
Use a Bunsen burner in a lab somewhere.
A graduated cylinder.
Sure.
I would have failed that cylinder. Lenny and smart people everywhere. You're my douche of the week. It's annoying. Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that.
We have fun, though. Like, this is a fun one.
Yeah.
For everybody out there who doesn't know, we've switched it up a little bit. I've gotten way out of my comfort zone. It's an issue because now Tyler's out of his comfort zone. You've been crushing the shorter episodes. Yours have been way better than mine. Is there any way we could do both? Is there any way that we could meet somewhere in the middle?
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna lead my first long episode this coming week. So
it's known as a longy dongy.
I'm gonna be leading my first longy dongy coming up.
Long boy.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll try it out. Maybe you could do 2 shorties.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll figure it out. But I am back in my rhythm. This felt great. And I know I was in a good mood already, so maybe that has something to do with it. I had a lot of fun with you, Tyler.
There you go.
Really great job.
Yeah, man.
Tell people how they can reach out and shit on our head.
Go to THOSEGUYSYOUHATE.com and schedule an appointment with us.
We have to see your butthole first.
Yes. Start a YouTube account and start showing it off.
This is the worst episode I think we've ever done.
More than likely.
Truly.
A lot of butthole and poop talk.
And a lot of it happened organically.
Yeah.
A lot of it like a compost.
Well, as it is wont to
It's
do.
one to do, yeah. All right.
Go to THOSEGUYSYOUHATE.com or go to either on YouTube or Instagram. We are at ThoseGuys_YouHate, or you can find us on TikTok at ThoseGuysYouHate.
Or just go to Kevin Leonardo at YouTube and just say something in the comment section, because we are going to be all over that.
We'll find you.
We will see it.
Don't worry.
Don't you worry. And then we'll lie about it later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. What is we did it? We did it?
We did it.
All
We
right.
done did it.
What is the moral of the story, my man? Great job today.
Moral of the story is, please, for the love of God, and I mean this sincerely, please, for the love of God, if you want to get into any extracurricular activities sexually with your partner, have a conversation first. Don't just start immediately choking somebody. Don't just start immediately
Put your hand next to it and see what the response is, right?
Or you could just communicate and ask them.
I am a huge proponent of having sexual conversations when you're not having sex.
For sure. It's called foreplay.
I love that.
Okay.
All
right.
You're right.
All right.
I heard my tone change.
That tone,
I'll bring it down.
Yeah.
I believe that having that kind of openness and that kind of communication is key to having good and fulfilling sex.
Without a doubt. But especially if it's your first time, don't start choking them. Don't start slapping them.
Oh, what?
Don't start.
That's an escalation.
There's certain people, I'm not going to name names, who like that sort of stuff.
I know.
Me.
Oh.
But you don't just start doing that without open and honest communication.
I think that could be very tough, though, to be like, this is our first time together. Well, maybe don't do it the first time, but like, hey, can I choke you?
Yeah, or have a conversation, and a fun conversation to have. What are you into? I love that conversation. I want to figure this out about you.
But I think there are some people out there that think, okay, it's me. That by asking that question, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, hey, whatever. And I'm totally with you.
Not
Hey,
at all.
How do you like this being done?
You not only that, you are.
Can I shit on your head?
You are learning, maybe. You are learning about the other person's boundaries, and while it can be fun to toy with those boundaries and to move them side to side and see how far you're willing to go, you need communication
1,000,000%.
first. Because to do that without their open and honest communication can lead to like things like assault and harassment.
Absolutely.
Which you don't want.
And as you go along with somebody, those streams, for lack of a better term, open up more and more. You're then in rhythm with them more,
Without a
you know
doubt.
what I mean? So
Without a doubt.
I think that's a great one, Tyler.
Yeah, just called consent, ladies and gentlemen. It's very simple. Ryan, what is the moral of the story?
The moral of the story. Do I want to do the Taylor Swift thing? No, I don't. Consumerism, much like gambling, much like drugs, much like technology, it is something that can be devastating. And the problem with it is it is much like technology. It is so part of our social fabric that it's happening right next to you and you don't even notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you put in a very simplistic way how we could be controlled by consumerism? If somebody says, I buy what I want, how is that bad for me? How are they being controlled by that?
Well, because that's how propaganda works. You don't know you're under the effects of propaganda until it's too late. And it's the same thing with consumerism, where it's buy. And a lot of people out there buy until they've run out of money to a certain extent.
And even beyond that.
Yeah.
And the same thing with technology, where those people who came out with social media on that
the documentary.
that I still haven't watched because it makes me feel icky. I know that it's exactly what I believe in, and I just don't want to watch it for some reason. They say, hey, when we designed this, we knew that we were hitting those dopamine injectors. We knew that we were playing on your drug addictions and that part of your brain that makes you feel good to the point that you're not going to want to give it up. That is the truth with consumerism as well.
And they all said sorry. They're like, hey, we're sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
We're sorry.
Oh, well, you fixed it. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it, and we are those guys you hate.
Be kind, or we'll kill you.
Buy our shit.
Red circle.
We got to vajazzle our backgrounds. We got to do something. We're such basic bitches.
I know. I've got these shelves and I haven't done anything yet.
I got these cheeseburgers.
I know I'm gonna put that
Yeah.
gigantic picture of my head up on one of them, which I think would be perfect in the background.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got it
that
off to the side.
When people are watching videos of us talking, they could remember which one is you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm this guy.
Yeah. In case you forgot.
Feeling good today, Tyler.
Good, buddy.
I look less yellow on the...
I feel good. I had a big lunch. I always trick myself into the size of the lunch that I eat because I was going starving, and I have to tell myself I need just eat an appetizer. Eat an appetizer.
We got to find out. What'd you get?
I got a burger with a sunny side up egg on it with a little bacon, and it was just friggin' delicious.
What was that burger? Excuse me. What was that egg cooked to? Was it a runny egg?
It was half runny, half hard. It was over medium.
I got that.
And it was delicious.
Okay, so a little bit spread out.
It ran a little bit onto my plate, and then I took the burger and I dipped it into the runny part, and it was delicious.
All right, Tyler.
What's wrong with you? You asked me a question. I'm describing it to you.
It's a little chicken abortion. Number one and number two.
Delicious.
Salmonella, baby.
You and your
Salmonella.
Not everything is salmonella.
400 people a year die in America. Have some respect for your family.
There's 350 million people in this country. That's good odds.
We could shed 400.
That's good
It
odds.
would probably, I guess, if you're going to Darwin your way out of things, that's probably, you could do worse than that, huh? I just don't like the runny egg. I don't like the runny egg.
Then don't get it. Leave it for those that do.
I like
myself.
an over hard egg, and people look at me with judgment.
Yeah, as they should.
You can chupa all the pingas. Let people order food the way they want to eat it. You know what I mean?
It's like when somebody orders a well done steak. Stop ruining food.
The whole restaurant stops. You hear the record scratch, and people are like, my likes and dislikes are better than yours, and you assimilate. You know,
Who is this? Who is this that I'm looking at right now?
The American public.
Yeah.
John Q. As a matter of, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
He held up a
right now.
hospital.
Sure. Is he okay? There's another Equalizer.
Denzel Washington? Yeah, I think he's doing all right.
I think that's like one of the machines that he's plugged into to keep him alive because he's old.
Mm-hmm. Also, Queen Latifah, the Equalizer, but on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is she equalizing?
Weird choice. But they keep making new seasons.
I always want to say Queen Latifah. Is that
She's doing something right. I don't know.
Chief Queef? All right. Now, Tyler, I am almost done with and have for a very long time been reading the Bible.
Okay. Yeah, you
Okay.
mentioned it. Yeah.
I damn, do I love telling people about it. It makes me feel better, holier than something. Now, I know that you haven't read the Bible all the way through.
Nope.
What are you doing with your time?
Only the good parts.
Okay, good. I'm glad you
yeah,
said that because
yeah.
we're going to do a little Bible quiz, okay?
Oh.
I'm going to read you the first part of something and then you tell me how this ends, okay?
Okay.
All right. Elisha.
That's not a biblical name.
It was. Of course it is.
Elisha.
Prophet,
Okay, Tom.
okay?
Uh-huh.
Phet. Now, this is what happens to Elisha. I'm reading directly from King James Version, okay? I'm not adding anything to this. There's no updating of it. There's no jokes going on. This is real. From there, Elisha went up to Bethel. As he was walking along the road, some boys came out of the town and jeered at him. "Get out of here, Baldy," they said. "Get out of here, Baldy." He turned around, looked at them, and called down a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Okay, now here's where you come in. What did the curse of the Lord look like? So they said, "Hey, Baldy." Hey, now you say Elisha isn't a biblical name. Do you think Baldy was a biblical word?
You surprised me with Baldy.
Baldy, right?
It's an insult as old as time itself. That's wonderful.
It's like tapping somebody on the shoulder on the other side of
Sure.
you. Oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, what does God's curse look like for Elisha?
Kill your first child. Your firstborn, murder him.
Not terrible. This is how that verse ends up. Then 2 bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. That's
42? 42. Listen, the first 10 I understand. Those other 32 take the time to run.
After the 10, you're like, this again, if you Baldy one more time and this could happen. It just kept going.
Good God.
32 more times. They mauled 2 bears. So that is 21 boys a bear. And that is like San Francisco at the best of times.
I was going to say.
Bible, wacky as fuck.
Yeah, that's like when I hear there's been a 50-car pileup. I'm like, what was that 50th car doing?
Here we go, Maul. We're going to get to the top. I love that. 2 bears come out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. Don't be an adulterer. There you go. How about that?
Yeah.
That's great shit.
Yeah.
We took the Bible. We made it fun, Tyler.
42 seems to be in excess.
Your reaction
It's too much.
was spot on.
Yeah, it's too much.
Honestly, I hope that goes on social because I enjoyed it. We're going to...
And on top of it, they called him Baldy, and he had 42 people murdered.
Twice.
Okay, the second time makes it worth it.
Hey,
Sure.
20, you got to die. Up, 42.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, now that was great. I liked it. We had quiz music in the middle. Because this show is such a loaded potato, Tyler. This show, as they say in Spanish, a loaded patata. I wasn't even able to get a shameful admissions in, so I'm gonna cast it aside here on the pregame. Shameful admissions. Now, this is a coming of age tale. This is a parenting question. Here's the thing. As your kids get older, the way that you talk to them changes, of course, hopefully, and what you are able to share about yourself changes. Okay. My son is now 16. He's more mature than I was. It's the hormones in the chicken. And now we're at the point when and how do you start talking to your son in this circumstance about women? Like, I don't mean the birds and the bees, but like he is now at a point where he's interested in women and I am too. And now,
Are you sure?
how do you, well, It's like the tranny porn. I just don't want to know. I've got enough. I don't need to click on that.
You'll love it.
That's the thing. Oh, I'm not avoiding it because I think I'm going to hate it. Anyway, I've divulged this one shameful admission at the time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
My bro or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
So he and I are driving in the car. We're talking to his, tell me if you do this. We're talking to his mom on the speakerphone. We're talking about school and stuff like that. We're in our mom's neighborhood. So because we're on the phone, I don't just park in the parking spot. I continue to drive. It's like a figure eight, that neighborhood. So I'm just driving. Do you do that? I find that to be so cathartic. Just driving in my car, not in traffic, not on a highway, but just in little neighborhoods.
No,
I love that.
I like to park and have a conversation. Yeah. Because driving takes thought process, so I don't like hit a kid or something like that.
I don't care. I don't care.
Gotcha.
That I don't think about that at all.
Gotcha.
So as we're driving down one of the roads, right in front of us is a garage, directly in front of us as we're pulling up. It's a three-way stop. Inside this garage is, and I don't want to overstate this, the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your whole entire life. Truly. I don't know if she was somebody's maid. I'm not sure. She was wearing a full workout spandex
Jessica Rabbit
suit. No, like a black, like something you would wear to go to the gym.
Oh no, I was saying the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I was having a funny.
Is she the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life?
She's a cartoon. I was just kidding.
Is she a cartoon?
You were saying.
I was saying, so I see this woman. Now, do you say to your son, do you go, bruh, check that out?
No, I don't think so. Not really. I don't think there's anything wrong with acknowledging our attraction to other people. It's just the words and the tone that we use.
Sure.
Being attracted is a totally natural part of our existence. It's just turning to your 6-year-old child and be like, oh man, what I would do to that. You don't want to do that.
So I didn't. So what I went with was a boing. How's that?
I believe that's what the scientists use.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I didn't even bring it up.
Sure.
I am a mature man. I want to set the right ground rules, if we talked about on the show before. And we're driving, and he goes, hey.
Yeah.
And he bumps me, he points to me. And I'm like, oh, like the dam is broke. You know what I mean? Thank the Lord. I saw it 50 yards ago, but I am a mature adult. Now, right at this moment, I'm talking to his mom on the phone, and she says, hey, let me ask you something. Just apropos of nothing. She's like, hey, are you going to get a new car soon? Right? And I beat the shit out of my car. And at some point, I'm going to have to get a new car. I said to her, what, do you want to buy it or what's the deal? Apparently, unbeknownst to me, they had talked about maybe RJ getting my car at some point, whatever.
Shouldn't you be included on that conversation?
I think this was...
It's kind of weird.
Tyler, you don't understand how my family works.
I don't.
Everything goes on behind me, and then I find out later in the paper.
That's strange. Hey, by the way, you're giving up your car.
Well, she just wanted to discuss it with me. No big deal.
I know.
So, my son and I, she says that, and she's at work, so she goes off. She's like, wait, hold on 1 second, before I could even respond. My son and I are now looking at this woman, and I am making a right. And we're both looking at, again, the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, Tyler. As I'm turning, waiting for her to come back on the phone and talk to me about my car and all that, I run into a mailbox with my side view mirror.
Okay. Oh,
hard
okay.
enough.
Yeah.
You know how your side view mirror like shuts closed?
Sure.
Didn't do that. Broke the thing.
Oh, wow. Did she look?
I don't know. I got the fuck out of there, Tyler. Mailbox. Okay. Mailbox was good.
Okay, that's good.
I didn't commit a crime.
That's good. That's good.
And he and I looked at each other. We hung up the phone just because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
We looked at each other and it was like it was written for a movie. Hey, let me talk to you about your car. Hey, look at that. We're looking at that. I hit it. He goes, oh, that, and we both snapped too. It was fucking ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It was so funny. He and I laughed so hard. And I immediately said, we can't tell anybody about this, man. This makes me look like a really bad dad. And then I sat there for a minute. I'm like, I got to tell people. This is fucking too funny, man. This is too good. Shameful admissions. Me and my son creeping it out together and breaking shit.
Yeah.
It's a coming of age tale, I told you. But for me, though, not for my son.
And it's good that you break that stuff right in front of him. It really sets the standard for if you're going to get my shit, you're not going to get it in a brand new condition.
Oh, absolutely. This is what I don't want to see out of you.
Yeah.
Ka-chunk.
Yeah.
Now, where's that neighborhood dog?
The funniest part about that entire thing, because the mailbox is shocking. The funniest part about that entire thing is me I'm picturing you hitting the mailbox and immediately hanging up the phone and be like, no car here, no car, boop, and then just hitting it because you were in panic mode.
She was off doing something, so I just hung up really quickly, and he and I looked at each other like, holy crap.
What did we just do?
It was excellent.
Yeah.
It was excellent. All right, we've gone too long. Let's do the show.